Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, depending on where you're watching from. Hi, how are you? I missed it last week. I apologize. I got waylaid. So this is Facebook Live. I've been doing lives for over a year now, almost every week. Forgive me during the holidays when we maybe don't catch every week, not too much going on. But this is a chance for you to ask me anything about private schools in Hong Kong or the UK. So if you have any questions, anything at all, I'm happy to answer your questions. So just type them in the box below. It looks like I've got a virtual background, but I don't, I promise. So how are we all doing? I know that lots of you are still on holidays. Maybe you're going on your holidays. We're a little bit quiet, and that's good, and that is normal, and that's always the way when the schools are closed. But schools are actually going to start opening in about 2 weeks' time. A little bit more than 2 weeks. The very first schools go back, I think around about the 8th, 9th, 10th of August, something like that. So what we're doing now is we're actually gearing up. We're getting all of our families ready for application season, which is every September. And application season continues into October, November, and sometimes into December. But if you are looking for or thinking about possibly considering a new school for your child in September 2025, now is the time. Do not delay, because unfortunately, parents get a little bit surprised sometimes about how early you really do need to do things in Hong Kong. So we're taking the quiet time, this opportunity to get ahead, really, just to get prepared, get all of our applications done, get all of our essay questions written, revised, polished, and ready to go and submitted. And then we wait. So yeah, thanks for the questions. And if you have any others, please type them in the box below. So here we go. I don't read these questions, so it is really genuinely live. Hi, Jessica. Okay, so you're currently in the UK. Good morning. And I presume your job is not in education. Well, how likely is it? That depends on a number of things. And you have 3 children. Is that correct? Wow. Yes. What I would do is it's not going to be easy. There will be some schools where it's simply out of the question. And it would be a good idea if you know which schools those are. I can't tell you which schools they are because I genuinely don't know. It would depend on your children's exact ages, i.e. the month of their birth. It would depend on their academics. It would depend on spaces. Some schools do have space, but they're probably not your top tier schools. Not now. We were getting spaces from some top schools in April, May, but by now they've definitely filled all of their seats. What I would do, Jessica, is if I could be a bit cheeky, is ask your company to hire me. It used to be the case that companies would buy debentures for this sort of situation. They would actually invest millions of dollars in a debenture. And if you don't know what a debenture is, go back and watch some of the other videos. It's basically a bond which parents, families, or companies can invest in, which will sort of buy you some priority. But I don't think even at this stage, it's a little bit late for that. So I would look for an expert to navigate this for you quickly, painlessly, without undue stress or expense. Now, it would very much depend on where you'd like to be living, what you'd like to be paying, or what you don't mind paying. I think those are 2 different things. And to be quite honest, because it is so late in the day. If you are super ambitious for some of the very top schools, we would view this as a two-step process whereby you have to come to Hong Kong because the whole family is moving. So therefore the kids have to go to school, and we'll find you a nice school. It might not be your dream school. It might not be their forever school. So then in that case, we just continue the plan to apply for a different school in 2025. So I hope that makes sense, Jessica. All the best with the job interview. Hong Kong is a great place to live. I moved here from the UK about 35 years ago. I didn't move straight here. I moved to the US and then I came here 30 years ago. And lots of companies do, we do have connections with lots of companies. We work for lots of the banks and the law firms and some of the universities as well. So maybe do check with them in case we already have a pre-existing relationship. But that's where I would be going with this. As part of your negotiation, all the very best with the interview. I hope it goes well. I'm not sure if it's your first or your second or your third. But once the job offer comes in, that's when the negotiation starts as to how are they going to support your family to move to Hong Kong, and therefore how are they going to support your children to find good fit schools, because that all feeds into the HR policy about how long you're likely to stay in Hong Kong, because hiring from outside is very expensive. So retention is something that the company would look at as well. I hope that answers your question. Just reading it again. Did I answer it? What's the likelihood? I would definitely go for focus on the older ones first and get 2 spots, and your little one can follow as and when there would be a spot. Although they should be going into year 1 or possibly reception because they're turning 5 in September. So you'd look for a full day school. So you might do a 2 and a 1 configuration. I hope that helps, Jessica. Feel free to reach out. Does anyone have any further questions? Actually, the good news is lots of families moving into Hong Kong. We've done lots. We've done families moving in from Spain, Middle East, mainland China, of course, lots of those. But UK, Canada, US, particularly US, actually. So good news. Good news indeed. So what's new? It is really pretty quiet at the moment. We are going to be doing some events. If you would like us to come and speak at your company, at your school, let me know. We're filling up the calendar very fast. I'm back to the UK in September to settle my daughter into uni. And congrats to all of those IB students who got their university placements, and then the A-level results are coming out on 15th of August. So that's another sort of manic period with all the students trying to get their places confirmed, etc. If you have any questions about UK schools, so I will support families to enter into private independent schools in the UK, mainly boarding schools, as well as private schools in Hong Kong. We have an event on the 21st of September. If you haven't already got tickets for that, comment below. If you put VIP in the comments below, I'll make sure to send you a secret link, and we might have a few tickets left for some of the speaker sessions in the morning of that event on the 21st. So any more questions? Any more? We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and I'll be live again next week, barring no major mishaps. I can't remember what happened last week. I think I was on public transport, which is unusual for me, but there you go. Stranger things have happened. Any more questions? If not, this is where they will come in at the last minute. I can see that people are still coming on, actually. So I hope my internet's okay. It hasn't been brilliant. So I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for your question, Jessica, and all the best with the job interview. Thank you for watching wherever you've been. If you're watching this on replay, You know that I will always answer your questions. But if you have a question for me for next week, yeah, put them in the comments below. All right, have a good evening, have a good day, wherever you are. I've been Ruth from Top Schools. It's been a quick one, but have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.